Hi everyone, welcome to day 3 of the challenge. It's like 75% or I don't know, 60% is done pretty much. Um, and for you who haven't really finished day 1 and day 2, I just want to give some recap. For day 1, what we did is we kind of visualize how we want to have our day, like what kind of feeling we want every day, that we want to bring every day. So that's day 1. Day 2, we talk about we journal about what is your most in the past, what is your most amazing, inspiring, energizing experience you ever had, right? So in the past, where are you when you are most resourceful, most empowered, and most happy, most excited? So we done that. We're going to kind of stitch it together at the end. But that's what we have on day 1, day 2, and day 3. We're gonna do meditations on. Now I'm gonna put this out as a prompt, but try not to find the answer right away, because you're going to find the answer uh, automatically through a guided meditation. So in the guided meditations, when we relax our body, we don't have to worry about is it the right answer, or are we making the right decisions or options, because it's just gonna, when we calm our mind, the answer will appear. So that's basically what we're going to do. So today, our theme is about, if you have maybe 2 years in this living in this world, right? And you're gonna leave the earth after 2 years, what would you do? And how you would want to remember, right? And how would you try, like, not trying to change people or do things that, like, through effort of fixing yourself or other people, but how do you show them, how do you give them examples, so through what you want them to experience and you remember, how can you be that person? So we're going to kind of meditate on that, and the goal is, with this meditation, with this visualization, you will be able to see clearly, because otherwise we go to our head. Yeah, this is my answer, but we will feel it, we will hear it, we will taste it and smell it, so it becomes so real to us. Then so you can write it down and it's become more clear. Sounds good? Yeah.
Yes.
So you can, if you want, you can turn off your video. That's totally fine if you're not feeling comfortable, or you can leave the video on. I'm gonna open and close my eyes, but the thing is just help you relax. Okay, so make yourself comfortable on your seat. We're gonna do this about maybe 8-10 minutes, um, and just take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And if you can, listen to your breath and feel the movement in your body while you're breathing. And just be with that rhythm of in and out. And if you can watch or notice your breathing and your movement, like you notice in slow motion. So imagine everything in slow motion. Your breath in slow motion. Your body moving with your breath in slow motion. And everything you hear Even in your mind, your thoughts are in slow motion. And as you notice and you breathe, everything is slowed down. Your heartbeat are slowed down, slowing down. You feel more relaxed and relaxed in your body. Even your mind is relaxed. Your jaw is relaxed. And feel the flowingness of your breath, of the relaxations, and going down through your neck, relax, down to your shoulders, relax, through your arm, relax, through your finger, relax, through your chest, upper chest, and the back of your shoulders, relax. And as you relax your chest, you are able to take more deeply inhale and deeply exhale with ease and gentleness. And then bring those relaxations down to your stomach, to your spine, lower back, to your tailbone and your hip, your legs and your toes, your feet. And feel as if there is a flowing, like a river stream flowing down from the top of your head, slowly going down to the ground on your feet. As you breathe, it's bringing that flowingness down from the top to the bottom. And as you exhale, it's bringing it up from the bottom of your feet up to the top of your scalp. And just be here and enjoy your time for a few more breaths. And I would like to take you to an adventure now. Just bring your imagination. Let's say you have limited time in this world. Let's put a time for 2 years. 2 years is long enough. So let's say you have 2 years left to be where you are. And one day you're going to leave this earth. And this is a chance for you to enjoy and live the fullest you ever be right here, right now, in your body. Now I like you to imagine if there's nothing, there's no fear, no problem, no challenge, that you are able do what you want, what you wish to be in this world, what would you do? And how would you want to remember? So imagine the people that you're going to leave, families, friends, and also humanity collectively. What would you want to remember? To be remembered? What would you want humanity to remember you? What kind of legacy do you want to live here in this world? Feel what you feel, see what you see, hear what you hear. Maybe they're words that come from others about you. Maybe there's visual of how they see you and saying goodbye to you and appreciate you. Now I like to take you to these people that has been interacting with you, that's been working with you, that's been around you and spending time with you. What would you like them to feel? If you can leave them with something without fixing them or showing them what to do, but just showing them by giving examples. And just by seeing the way you do it, they transform and change. What would you like them to experience, to feel, to learn from you just by being you? And how that make you feel, knowing they learn something from you while you're here in this world. Now, through that feeling, remembering your future self, remembering your future experience, and remembering how people remember you, what would you do in the time you have left in this world? Let's say you have 2 years. What would you do? Where are you? And also imagine, say if you have challenges or you doubt yourself, or it feels difficult because you only have very limited time, what would you say to yourself to overcome this? Now I ask you to return to your body and your breath. Just a few more breaths while your eyes are closed. And when you're ready, please open your eyes. How was your trip?
Oh, yeah, that was absolutely amazing. God, I always get emotional with you.
Well, this is the time to write. And what we're going to do is you can, not like for people who are listening to this recording, you can pause the video, or if you're listening or watch, just put a timer for 25 minutes and start writing of what you're seeing or all the things that you see during the meditations, and especially the answer you give to it yourself when you gone through all the challenges, because that you always can look back to that. Okay, so if you can write it as detailed as you can what you remember during your meditations, because you always can go back there. It's their it's kind of a future you who telling you, right? Who will give you some kind of directions, because time is liquid. There's no past, present, future. You can always access past, future in the present moment. So I invite you to pause this, and after you pause this, come back to this, and because we're gonna hear a little bit of reflection. Maybe Lara and Pierre can share some reflections on it. Okay, see you in 25 minutes and come back. Pause. And while you pause, we're gonna keep continue while we on Zoom. Okay, so Lara,
Yes.
here, do you want to share?
Wow, that was the best trip that I had.
And you're still in your couch. Can you
Yeah,
believe
I'm still here. I'm the cheapest one, actually. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It's the thing that I'm doing for living as well. I just travel. I wanted to experience more. Like I wanted to do windsurfing. I wanted to hike, more volcanoes. I wanted to travel to the different destinations that I got on my bucket list. So that's the thing that pops in my mind. If I had 2 years, what I want to do? So I wanted to do that. I was just visualizing the places I wanted to go, and then I was visualizing the food I wanted to eat. I was like pictures of different beaches. In once I was like looking down, I saw my foot on the sand, on the water splashing. So I saw that, and then I saw my mom as well, like doing these things with me, and yeah. And yeah, it was pretty much just travel and exploring, and I was just jumping I was just jumping from a helicopter and doing this. So yeah, probably I'm gonna do it no, I don't know when, but I'm quite afraid to do that, but at the same time I wanted to do it. So um yeah, and then I was with my friends, and then I was like kind of they were surprised about my life, but at the same time I was like really sad, or I had this deep sorrow on my heart that was like I was showing them how to do their lives as well, because I feel like the people around me, they don't really enjoy their lives as much as they could. So with just my experience of life, I was showing them how how many options they have open for them. And I heard that everything is possible. Like it was like popping in my head like all the time. Like it's everything is possible. Everything is possible. So actually, I was like talking with my friend and said like, why you don't do that, because they were like kind of how you do that, how you do that. I was like all the time saying like, it's possible. So I was kind of sharing my life through my stories, uh, because I have like I always meet new people, I tell my stories, and then they are like kind of really surprised like, oh, how is that possible, how and you did that and you do that. So like yeah, I kind of just sharing my life, how I'm living, and kind of inspirational for them to do exactly the same.
That's amazing. Now
Yeah.
I have something to say, but I want to hear what Pierre said. Do you want to share, Pierre?
Yeah, it's actually funny because at the beginning you said, imagine this last 2 years on the Earth. I don't know why I started to imagine to go to Mars, and and I was like kind of my mind was going out of my body, like traveling to Mars and seeing the stuff from another perspective and seeing everything around. And so of course it's everything about. I'll probably do the same thing that I'm doing right now for next 2 years, but but probably do some things a bit faster, knowing that I have just this time and actually nothing to lose. And actually, I started to get some ideas on stuff that I could do, and it was quite of interesting because I was sometimes generating stuff with my thoughts, and definitely start seeing also like being with my girlfriend, seeing my family and my friends, and everything. But at the same time, traveling to Mars with my mind, and I think this one was kind of special, knowing feeling like you are pulled over your body and doing it.
So what would you like to remember? Is there any words come up when on that?
Uh, the main word is you have nothing to lose.
Mm,
This is what I heard.
wow. So that's your mantra.
Yeah, there is actually a plane in the sky now with writing. You have nothing to lose.
Seriously?
No, no, no.
So yeah, so this is the thing, right? When we talk about purpose, sometimes like we always hang up with what do we need to do? You know, what kind of role or title or jobs, occupations that we need to have or achieve so that we can do our purpose. But actually, it's usually the other way around. You do what you love, you do what inspire people. Do you do it's and then like nothing of that is about, oh, I'm gonna do this and become promoted and become this and that. It's more about your connection, the way you enjoy life, the way you connect related to people, the way you inspire people, how you want to inspire people. um, because that is where all the spirit, right, the juice, the fuel that keep you moving. And I think the world needs that. The world needs to see people who are like, yeah, wow, they can do it, they follow, and then it's inspire others. And because when we go into that, then opportunities open, and then the opportunity that open is the opportunity that align with our purpose. Because otherwise, like, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to do that, I'm just going to do this, it's an obligations. And then we keep following that, and the other opportunity that we need to be alive or open is not going to be there because we're following different path. So yeah, so this is basically what is it for day 3. And I'm glad you enjoyed the trip. The cheapest trip ever, but most fun. And again, this is something you always can do it again and again, because when we feel, we can see in our mind, or we can taste it, we can smell it, we can feel it in our body, it feels real to us. So if we can bring that more into our, practical, make sense life, just tapping into our imagination, it give a little bit of aliveness in our life. All right, anything else before we close? So if not, then we'll go to day 4, and then day 5 we're gonna wrap it up with what we see, what we do.
Thanks so much, Christine. That was amazing. Actually, the last thing that I saw was I was drinking a coconut on the beach. So I think I'm just gonna buy some coconut. Thank you.
I want that too.
Everything you can imagine can become real.
Yes, we believe it.
And share in the chat the picture of the coconut, Lara.
I will.
Perfect. Thank
All
you.
right.